Welcome to Lakeside Stadium for this NPL Victoria clash between South Melbourne and Hume City. Massive implications for both these sides. Hume just behind South on the table. Both teams really in a relegation dogfight. An opportunity particularly for South to really put some daylight between themselves and the relegation-bound clubs. Also a special day, South Melbourne in conjunction with the Victoria Police Soccer Club and the Blue Ribbon Foundation honouring Tony Clark today. The Tony Clark Memorial Cup, dedicated to Senior Constable Tony Clark, killed in the line of duty 13 years ago. Players are ready to get underway. The crowd, a tense feeling of anticipation before this game. Uganovic, despite the wind, puts that one up high. Norton coming back to Adams. Now Nzidi's drifting back here, but really enjoying that new role as a defensive midfielder. That's a clever ball forward there by Norton. Here's Matafiotti's brought down. That'll be a free kick surely. Yes, the referee signalling there, no hesitation. Clever ball there by Norton, opened up for Matafiotti. And really an opportunity now for South to put the pressure on early. Schroen standing over it. Schroen delivers, swings in. Minitel with the header and just over. And the hero from last week couldn't repeat his heroics this time. Unfortunately, that one just a little misdirected. Good ball. Minitel set himself nicely, but just couldn't get the angle and the power he needed. Harmlessly over the bar. We're watching that one. Good early chance for South. Unfortunately, couldn't take it that time. Ball played into the box. Here's Coffey. Trying to find space. He's got Brown. If he wants to use him, he's gone down, and the referee says it's a penalty. Well, I didn't think there was an enormous amount in that challenge initially. Perhaps a little tug or something from the player behind. It was Adams and Nzidi's. Well, Nzidi's definitely had his hands off there. I don't think Adams put a challenge in at all. Not a lot of contact before he's gone down there, Coffey, and I think the referee, benefit of the doubt, perhaps he had a bad angle. Up steps Coffey, puts it into the top left corner, and Hume City have the early lead at Lakeside Stadium. Coffey, the man who won the penalty, puts it away. South Melbourne players looking pretty frustrated. I don't think the crowd are particularly happy at all with the referee's decision there. Nonetheless, all that matters now is that Hume City have the goal on the board. Coffey struck that penalty nicely. Uganovic sent him the wrong way. Norton goes long up the middle and it bobbles about a bit. Now it sits up for Monopolis. Nice turn of pace here, Lee Monopolis. Still going Monopolis. Might go on the left, goes on the right. Instead, it's come in. Matafiotti saved by Weir. Weir sticking that leg out and just managing to keep it out, putting his body in. Corner whipped into the near post, headed away. Not the height needed on that one. And Hegarty, that was acrobatic. Might work out okay because he's been opened up here, Hegarty. Well, he's dangerous on the burst here, Nick Hegarty. He's played it into the middle. Dangerous chance. Here comes Brown. Here comes Uganovic. Out quicker. Slid down nicely. Uganovic, that was comfortable, concise, commanding his area well there, the big South Gloveman. Norton's throw to Matafiotti. Here he goes, Giuseppe Matafiotti. Tries to get around Hendon. Still going, still putting the pressure on. Hendon gets the clearance eventually. And as far as big Nzidi's. Nzidi's, well, that was definitely a foul on Bradley Norton. Yes, the referee, no hesitation again there. Second time they've brought someone down on this left-hand side. It was Bosdugan having a word with the referee there, telling him he's seen enough of that. Minitel delivers. Not sure if he meant to put that one there. Might have been a mishit that time from Ollie Minitel. We'll get it back, though. Floats that one high, looking for some tall timber. Constantinis puts it down. Here's Luke Adams. Well, the big centre-back, he knows how to score a goal, particularly here at Lakeside Stadium. Had he been better balanced, he might have been able to put that one in the back of the net. Fashini. Now Constantinidis. Really has looked a lot better since he's been at centre-back. Suits the position quite well. Manages just to get his pass through there to Fashini, who goes long. And the header turned behind by the Hume player. Now, heart said mouse for a moment there. I think it was Golvan put his body in the way. Looked quite spectacular. Ball played in, and it's gone in! It's Giuseppe Matafiotti. He scored again for South Melbourne, his fourth in a blue shirt, and he looks excited about that one. South Melbourne crucially hitting back. They were getting on top in the last few minutes, but more importantly, they've managed to put one on the score sheet. Ball played in. Matafiotti did pretty nicely to put his body there. If truth be told, I think if he'd hit the header flush, he might not have put it on target. Possibly coming a little bit off the neck or shoulder there. Guess we can see, well, we knew what he wanted to do. Wasn't exactly as he planned, but it doesn't matter, because he'd hit it flush, he would have missed it. He mishits it, he scores the goal. Ball played in low. Second time that's happened. This time it was Marcus Schroen. Not getting their free kicks up high enough. Chance now, though, for for Fashini. Plays into Monopolis. Good save, Weir. Great ball by Matthew Fashini, applauded by his South teammates. Lee Monopolis, he did well to get on that. Hendon was in his way, blocking his vision. He set himself, he put it on target. Well, credit to him, he was trying to second guess the big Weir there and put it under him, but Weir, alert to it, tips it over the bar. Going long this time up the line. That one should go through comfortably. Well, miscommunication in defence. It's gone through to Coffey. It's put behind by Konstantinides. And Konstantinides and Raganovic exchanging words there, both pointing fingers, looking frustrated. Not sure the South defence knew what it was doing for a moment there. Raganovic sets a task for Adams, who has to get on his skates. Plays a long ball. Matafiotti puts his body in the way and wins it back. Chance now for Schroen, over the top. Great ball, Marcus Schroen opens up for Monopolis. Flag stays down. Here comes Lee Monopolis. Just offline. A great chance there going into half-time. South, they've really looked good since Hume opened the scoring after 10 minutes. Excellent ball there by Schroen. Timed his run really well, did Lee Monopolis. And Weir just bore down. Maybe should have passed to Matafiotti, but in fairness, there was a crowd of players in the box. Schroen delivers. Weir punches, gets those big long limbs of his. Very useful as a keeper. Schroen puts the ball in. It's going to come straight back out. The South might get another go. Fashini and Hegarty pinball it around for a moment. It was going to go through to Norton, but he's lost it to Brown, and here's Hegarty again. Always dangerous, very fast for his size. Leaves it for Brown this time. Numbers coming forward. Brown going. Norton tracks back. Brown gets a ball in. Maybe an opportunity. Blasted over the bar. It was Bosdugan. He really should have done better with that. It might have taken a little bobble in front of him, but if truth be told, Hume, a glorious chance just after halftime, all built off the back of a counter-attack. Brown's ball in, found him in perfect space, plenty of time. Perhaps Schroen put him off diving in there, but he has blasted that one well over. There come again, Hume. Looking good since half-time, definitely getting back on top after South started to take control in the first half. Ball flicked in by Hegarty, a bit ambitious, but enough opportunity maybe. And that is another glorious chance for Hume. This time Barfarosh, it set up perfectly for him. It took a lucky bounce in front of him. If truth be told, an absolute gift. A bobbling clearance that just fell right in his path, 8 yards out, and he has smashed that over. Corner whipped in, flicked on. Williams lurking, chance. Brown, Marler, cleared off the line. And Hume, a great opportunity to go in front. They really are doing all the attacking early in this second half, but a glorious opportunity burnt there. Timmy Marler gets in the way. Lurking there, an opportunity maybe from Williams, and Brown had the chance. I don't know if it was going to go just wide or on target, but Timmy Marler got in the way. Hegarty trying desperately to get his side going. There's an opportunity maybe. Charge down. Bosdugan's opportunity won't come to anything. Here's something perhaps on the counter-attack for South. They can give Hume a bit of taste of their own medicine. Matafiotti running. Already has one to his name, would love a second here. Looks for an option. Matafiotti keeps going on his left foot. Sends that one a little too high, a little too wide. Giuseppe Matafiotti getting the applause from the South fans all the same because it was a great run. And the goal scorer, Matafiotti, makes his way to the bench. And how's this? Milos Lujic back at Lakeside Stadium. Wonderful scenes. Also coming on, Iki Jawadi making way Christos Insides. Marler's throw, Fashini. Fashini delivers. Opportunity. Lujic, was he brought down? Yes, he was. No hesitation from the referee. Big Milos Lujic back in town, back on the field for all of a minute. And he's won a penalty. You cannot keep him out of things here at Lakeside Stadium. Big Milos Lujic, he was lurking. Let's see the replay. It was Hendon with the hands on the back, and it just looks clumsy. I don't think he needed to do it because it looked like it was covered. Well, it's the reputation of Milos Lujic. They just panicked. Lujic steps up, and he buries it. South Melbourne take the lead. 72 minutes gone here at Lakeside Stadium. Big Milos Lujic, he's written his own script. How's that for a return? Look at the players get around him. He's brought his swagger, he's brought his style, he's brought his goal-scoring boots once again. I think you maybe heard Ollie Minitel was lining up the Golden Boot Award, and he's flown back especially for that. Beautiful finish by the big man, and can you believe it, after Hume had so many chances, South in front. Well, poor old Weir, he guessed correctly, or at least he saw it off the boot correctly, full stretch, but you can't save him when they hit that perfectly. We'll see here from this angle, Lujic just lines up his shot, perfect. Would have hit the back upright if there had been one there. And look at the players getting around him. They're excited for him. Constantinides trying to mimic the Milos celebration, finger in the air. Well, the fans are excited here at Lakeside Stadium as well. They might be. This is a big win if they can hold on from here. Hegarty plays into the middle. Here's Bozdogan. Opportunity maybe. It's been mishit slightly by Barfrost, but he gets another go at, and he has put it inches wide. A glorious opportunity, and Hume City are really missing some chances here. Constantinides telling him all about it as well. Well, would you look at that? He had so much goal to look at. Raganovic was diving desperately, but in the end, a disappointing effort, and they have really had some opportunities in this game, Hume. Headed clear by Constantinides. Jawadi just needs to pump it down the line. Big Milos Lujic, the target man. Time really running short here for Hume. South just want to hold it up. Milos Lujic and Limanopoulos, they'll take it to the corner, but it will not matter. 90 minutes is done. Full time is blown here at Lakeside Stadium. A vital 3 points for Kontangalakis' men. 3 on the trot, and really some great scenes, some great spirit returning here to the South fans at Lakeside.
Oh, you saw the mood. The mood's amazing. The spirits are great. Look, we'll take the win today. Came out a little bit lethargic compared to what I expected. The build-up, the whole week, the build-up was great. But the boys have been training very, very well, and they've been putting in a lot. So I knew that we'd carry on for 90 minutes, and I knew at the end of the day, with a couple of subs coming off the bench, when you've got a super sub, bench like that, the win was quite possible, and exactly what happened. So
it's quite possible. I can't call off the top of my head. I don't know that we've actually had a come from behind win all year. We've really struggled when we've gone behind this season. So does that suggest perhaps there's a change in mindset, a change in attitude in the players?
100%. I said to the boys when we came in, it was 1-1. I said, look, at the end of the day, you've got at least 2 or 3 goals in you, and I believe that they did. Hume had a couple of opportunities that they missed. That's soccer, you get a bit of luck your way as well. It's all part of the game. But these boys have got 90 minutes in them, and they're fighters. And hopefully in the next few games we'll prove that. So I have the utmost faith in them. I said it in the last interview as well. It was all about these boys finding their feet and gelling, and I think they've done all that, and combined with the skills that they've got, I think we'll be fine for the rest of the season.
You've got an interesting situation now. We've been desperately short of players. Suspensions, injuries have really hurt us. Now we've got a situation, you've got Pep Marafiotti playing well, Milos is back in town, Dumba Makech coming back from injury soon, so you've got selection headaches coming up, don't you?
Well, it's a good problem to have. If you look at our bench today, you had the likes of George Howard, Milos, Icky, Marshall. That's a super bench to have. Teams would have that in their starting lineup. So that puts pressure on the boys now. So they have to lift, and I take advantage of situations like that, and put them in the deep end. So I'm a very fair coach, and whoever performs, whoever trains well, they play.
We've got a massive 3 points today. We've got to back it up next week with the traditional derby. Heidelberg top of the table. We're shooting up, so it's definitely a very mouth-watering clash coming up.
Massive week for us, and massive derby next week. I hope the crowd is behind us. I hope we get a really big crowd. I hope it's a nice day like it was today. I know the boys will live for the occasion. Hopefully we get another 3 points and just keep moving on. So, exciting times.
You can see they're revved up in here. Congrats, Tango. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Hey, come on, lads!